Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Churchill Ewumbue-Monono. I am the permanent representative of the Republic of Cameroon to the African Union, and I'm also assuming the chairship for the month of September 2024. I would like to say that for this month, we try to make our program lean but also impactful. As you know, September is a month of celebrations and commemorations, and there are many of such statutory celebrations at the PSC. It is a month of partnerships and high-level strategic multilateral diplomacy, like the UN General Assembly in New York and FOCAC in Beijing. It is also, as you know, a post-vacation month, and there are so many religious holidays. So all of this made our program, we didn't have much time, but notwithstanding, we have tried to make our program lean and impactful. Now, in terms of the program, this is Cameroon's 9th chairship of the PSC since its inception in 2024. And in terms of the program, we had about 7 meetings, one at the ministerial level, which will be in New York on the 25th of September. And then we have 4 ambassadorial sessions. The first took place on the 2nd of September 2024, which was an open session on the protection of journalists and access to information in situations of armed conflict in Africa. That was the first time that we've been having such an engagement. And we had briefers from the ICRC, UNESCO, and the Federation of African Journalists. The second meeting at ambassadorial level was on civil-military relations and conflict management in Africa. It is also the first time that this issue is coming at the level of the PSC as a standalone item. And there will also be, there were briefers from the UN and also from the AU. The third agenda item, which had to take place on the 18th, but I think because of time constraint had to be shifted, was an open session on disaster management in the context of climate change, peace and security, which, as you know, is a statutory agenda item for the month of September. And then we also had one country conflict situation meeting, which is that of an update on the situation in South Sudan. So in terms of ambassadorial engagements, those were the 4 meetings that we had slated. At the level of experts and the level of the military staff committee, we also had some events. First, for the experts, we have a meeting, the expert meeting that has to prepare for the PSC UN Security Council statutory meeting in New York in October, and then a consultative meeting in New York in October. We also have at the MSc level the engagement with the African Peace Support Trainers Association, APSTA, which was initially scheduled for the 5th, but actually took place on the 16th of September. So for that, those are in terms of the meetings. Now, we also have field trips, you know, and we have 2 field trips. The first is to the Central African Republic, which was from the 9th to the 11th, and it was first to launch the commemoration of the Africa Amnesty Month, which takes place usually in September, and that was done on the 10th of September. And then the 9th and the 11th, we had meetings with the authorities in Central Africa on the situation in the country. And we had a wide range of consultations, including the President of the Republic, Professor Faustin Touadera. And then the second field trip was to Gabon, which was from the 12th to the 14th. And in Gabon, we met with the various actors and stakeholders of the transition. We met with the transition authorities, the assembly, and civil society, and then finally we had to also meet with the president of the transition, President General Olengi Gema, as well as the former president, Ali Bongo. So it was quite eventful, that one in terms of field trips. But then we also have the last segment, which will be in New York, and that will be between the 19th and the 26th. And in New York, we will have a number of meetings together with the AUC. And then we also plan the ministerial session of the 25th of September. So that was, in a nutshell, what we had for the month. But as you know, this month, there are other items, like on the 6th of September, I had a meeting with the president of the UN Security Council, who is the permanent representative of Slovenia. I also had meetings. I was a panel member of the celebration of the 75th anniversary of the Geneva Convention here in Addis Ababa. That was yesterday, the 15th of September. So those are, in a nutshell, some of the activities. So far, we are still in the middle of the month. When it concerns the Peace and Security Council, you cannot predict what will happen. Anything that comes up, we will handle it.